How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. Well, today it's time to do another top 10. This is CovrPrice's weekly top 10, where they go through the data and they find which books are just, selling extremely well and for extremely high price, and they basically give a list of the week's top 10. And I am no way, shape, or form sponsored by them at all. I just find these lists very fascinating because I'm a comic book dealer, so I can kind of give a unique perspective on it compared to other people out there, because this is what I do for a living. So I tell you my honest opinion of what I think the true value of these comics are, whether they're good or they're bad, or whether you should buy them or they're just hyped up. I don't think CovrPrice would ever want to sponsor me because sometimes I'm not very nice to their lists. So let's get in the list. Let's see what this top 10 has brought us. I will say that I've always said this, I like CovrPrice's layout compared to the rest, and they actually do some pretty good insight and research, I would say, as well. So I do like that. So I find these lists to probably be better than Go Collect's lists. First up at number 10, we got Black Panther 5. This is from 2009. And recently, there's been rumors that Shuri is going to be the next Black Panther because the actor who played Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, has passed. So, and this happened in the comics, so there's a very good chance that she will be. I'm pretty sure that she will. And so she first appeared, this number 5, she actually appears in costume as the Black Panther. Now, she did appear on, I think it was maybe a variant cover or something of number 1. She did appear on the cover, but this is in the comic. And because of these rumors, this book has moved in the last week 26 copies and has a 7-day trend of 220% and a high sale of $750. So that's pretty good. My take on it, I mean, you can look at the numbers. The numbers are pretty cool. I like how they have these little graphs and stuff like that. Here's like the most recent sales. Now, why is this book randomly getting, but everyone's known the rumors for a long time that they obviously have to replace him, and she is the most likely choice. So I'm not really sure why all of a sudden people are like jumping on this train, so to speak. For me, go for Black Panther 2. I believe that's the first appearance of Shuri. Go for that one. Don't go for this one. It's a cool cover. It's got Storm, Black Panther on it, and then Shuri in the background. But it's to me, just go for number 2. If you're gonna get a Shuri, which you should, because I mean, if they keep making more of these Black Panthers, which they probably will, she will be the main person. So this is, to me, is like, why go for Hulk 180 when you can get Hulk 181? Like that. I know it's not the exact same. I know that like Hulk 180 is his first cameo appearance, and first appearance of Shuri is actually, Black Panther 2. But I'm just saying, in comparative, like value-wise, I would just go for Black Panther 2. So don't even bother with this. I'm not even going to bother. I think it's just hype right now, and it'll probably go up a little bit, and then it'll go back down, and then fluctuate. But it's not going to be the big key to have years from now. All right, moving on to number 9. We got Ghost Rider 28. This has a 7-day trend of 138%. A weekly top sale graded comic of $350, and it's sold 42 units so far. And that price for the top grade is a 9.8. The reason why this is popular is because there's been rumors of a Disney Plus Midnight Suns. Now, they did come out with a video game of the Midnight Suns, or it's in development or something. I saw like a preview or something. They had some big gaming convention, and I saw a bunch of trailers, and that was in it. So there is that. Their first full appearance is in Ghost Rider 31, but this is kind of like their cameo type appearance. So this is kind of the data that we have going off of it. Let's see how it's been doing. It sold in May for $500, and June there's a $500 sale. July there's $500. In August it's actually gone down. So I wish they had a graph to show you, but if you look back at all these sales, it looks like it peaked in May 23rd is the highest sale for $500, but most of the time they're around 350 to 250, something like that. June, there's a sale for 500, but some of them were going for like 180, stuff like that. I know they're coming out with a video game. I already saw the thing. Is Disney Plus going to work on a TV show? Think about it. Do you think Disney is going to have a TV show with Ghost Rider as like the main person? I just can't see it. I know he was in S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But, I mean, maybe it could come on Hulu because Disney owns Hulu. Possibly. But I just think like there's... To me, Ghost Rider is a very CGI type character. And for me, it just seems hard to believe that they would go that, like, make a main character. I know they're doing She-Hulk, but I have no idea how they're going to do She-Hulk. Is she going to be, CGI the whole time? The whole time? I don't know. So that's my take. I don't know. It's just kind of rumors at this point. I personally have, I bought a stack of these a long time ago. And so I have them. They're at CGC, so I'll get them back in 27 years. But take it where you will. It's a rumor, so that's where it's at on that one. All right, next up, number 8. This one is SpiderMan 545. So the No Way Home trailer came out. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And it's basically where Doctor Strange makes everyone forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And so everything gets erased, everything gets messed up. So in this storyline, it's basically the same thing. There's many parallels. Basically, in order to save Aunt May, they sacrifice their marriage and erase decades of the continuum because they basically erase a bunch of things. The reason why this book is going up is because people think, that it's a speculation, it's a rumor, that Mephisto is controlling Doctor Strange. Because they're like, ooh, he's kind of acting weird. Is he possessed? He could be possessed by Mephisto, because a lot of people want Mephisto. They thought he'd show up in WandaVision. Lo and behold, he didn't. That is a massive, massive rumor. That's what I'm saying. Think about it this way. People thought they were so certain that he was going to show up in WandaVision. Yeah, it's Mephisto. He's the bad guy. He's the bad guy. Nothing. Not a single thing. Not a peep. Not even a small, little dust speck saying of ooh, could be Mephisto in the background. Nothing. Not a single thing. So once again, you have to take these rumors with a massive grain of salt. That maybe there's a lot of people that have Silver Surfer 3, which is the first appearance of Mephisto, and they're like, oh my gosh, I bought it at the peak. He didn't show up in WandaVision. Now I'm losing my money. Let's go spread some more rumors that he's he's controlling Doctor Strange. It's like, really? To me, it just looked like Doctor Strange was being arrogant and oh yeah, I could do this. More of an arrogance thing. Yes, oh yeah, I could do it. Not really thinking of the ramifications. I don't think he's possessed. Maybe he has his own motives why he wants to do it. Who knows? We'll have to see the movie. We'll see it around Christmas time. But for me, this is just going to be a big, big, big rumor. This is such a huge gamble. It's why? I mean, if you like the book, buy the book, but don't buy it at these skyrocket prices. I'd pass. That's me. That's what I'm saying. Next up, number 7 is Spider-Man 638. Literally the same thing. I said about this. It's the same storyline. 7-day trend of 186%. Weekly top sale 345. Units sold 49. Same thing. I would pass. This kind of goes along with the same storyline. Basically what it is, it reveals the terms of the deal that were in issue 545, which is the one before. All right, next up, we got Spider-Man, another Spider-Man, 545. This is number 6, 7-day trend of up 265%, Weekly sale, top sale, 98 sold for $290, 36 units sold. It's this basically the same as I said before. Next up, we got Werewolf by Night #1 from 2020. So this is, I think is it the first appearance? I'm not even sure. Is it the first appearance? Yeah, sometimes, CovrPrice doesn't tell you exactly what it is, but I think it's the first appearance. Okay, sorry. It features, let's see, even though special code based on the world, it features Jake Gomez, who was introduced in the Marvel Universe last year in the comics. Okay, so this features Jake Gomez, who's a new Werewolf by Night. Once again, there's rumors that they're going to do a Halloween special, and Werewolf by Night will be in it on Disney Plus. Sure. Like, it depends what they go with. It could be like a kiddie cartoon type of thing. The Lego series. I know that's not Disney, but, it doesn't have to be so aggressive and, for mature audience. I guess, personally, if I was going for Werewolf by Night, I would go for Spotlight 2. Because that's the first appearance of Werewolf by Night. And here's the reason why. And I get it. That's not the first appearance of Jake Gomez. Okay. The reasoning why is if you get a Marvel Spotlight 2, and let's say this movie, TV show does come out, right? Your book is going to go up. If it doesn't come out, right, it's just a rumor and it never actually materializes, you still have the first appearance of Werewolf by Night, who is a very popular character, had his own series for a long time in the 70s and 80s, and then again, popping up here and there and having little runs and little series all the time. So, if you go for this first Jake Gomez Werewolf by Night and it doesn't come out, it just goes back down to being kind of worthless again. Sorry, not worthless, but worth a lot less. But if you always have your Marvel Spotlight 2, you got a good, strong book that will hold the test of time. Like, it'll be a good investment for a long time. So that's my kind of take. All right, moving on. Number 4, Oblivion Song. This came out in 2018. It's from Image. 7-day trend of 420%. Weekly top sale of $275. This is the pink signature variant. And units sold is 31. So the reason why this is heating up is because Jake Gyllenhaal, who played Mysterio, in the SpiderMan movies, he is set to produce and star in this, adaptation to the big screen. Or maybe it's a TV series. I don't know. He's going to do something with it. Do I buy that rumor? I buy that rumor over the other ones. The reason why is because usually the way it works is an actor, gets super popular, does a bunch of movies, and if they're really famous, they're like, I'm tired of being an actor. I need to spread my wings and do other things. So they go to the studio and like, hey, I want to direct, or I want to produce, or I want to do something, right? Or I want to bring this story to life in some way. And so the movie studio's like, okay, as long as you act in it, we'll let you do your little pet project because we know you're a bankable star. So could I see this happening? Yeah. So if Jake Gyllenhaal is actually wanting to do this and he doesn't have a bunch of other projects going on, like this is his main focus, then I can definitely see this happening. All right, moving on to number 3. SpiderMan 641. Same thing as before. Up 322%. Weekly top sale of a raw comic, $68. Units sold is 48. I've said what I need to say about these. Spider-Man 44, literally the same. This parallel lines with what the trailer showed in the movie. So a lot of people are thinking, oh, this is going to be the storyline that they pull from. They probably pulled from some ideas, but I don't think it's going to be Mephisto. 326% in 7 days. Graded a comic of 500, and units sold 75. I believe this is this the start of that storyline? Possibly. Basically, it's like, since it's kind of like Planet Hulk got really expensive when Thor 3 came out, because it's like, ooh, it's very similar to Planet Hulk. But where's Planet Hulk now, right? A lot of people hyped it up and it went up and up, and then it went nowhere. Like it's back down to, you know, not being worth as much, not compared to its peak. So that's how these storylines are going to go. They're going to be really hot for a while when people are speculating like this is the storyline that they're pulling from and all this kind of stuff. Then the movie comes out and like, oh well, they had like some things that are very, you know, kind of like the storyline, and then the book kind of just, you know, people aren't as interested anymore, and then it drops in price back to where it was before, maybe a little higher than it was originally. But that's what I'm going to see with these books. So to me, I wouldn't get this book unless you are trying to, unless you like it, then buy it. Of course, that's number one rule. If you like it, buy it. Doesn't matter what I think or what anyone else thinks. If you're trying to make it a long-term investment, no, don't get this. Maybe if you want to buy this real quick and then flip it, I guess there's maybe some margins in there, but long-term, no. And I'm more into long-term. All right, last one. Number 1, Oblivion Song. Same thing. This is not the variant one. This is 7-day trend, 215%. Weekly top sale of 260. Units sold, 160. So basically the same thing. I think this one, these rumors could be true and are more likely to be true than the rest. That's pretty much it for this list. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think, and have a good day.